to the one you've got on sheet 1 for the Focus 4 skills. So the first question you've got is about a two-way table, and you're asked to fill in the spaces. The idea with a two-way table is that the totals should be the total of each column, the total of each row, and then this number here will be the total of everybody. So it tells you that there are 80 students, so I can put 80 here. This is not your homework, by the way. This is similar questions to your homework. So please don't just copy this blindly onto a sheet. You will get it wrong. Because I know that these two numbers must add up to the total of 80, I can then work out that there are 35 male students. Because these three numbers must add up to a total of 80, I can work out that these add up to 70. There must be 10 tennis students. I then look here. I've got 38 students that play cricket. 17 of them are male. That means 21 of them must be female. I'm just subtracting whatever number I know from the total. For football, 23 of them are female. 32 altogether. 32 subtract 23 gives me 9. 17 add 9 gives me 24. I've got 35 male students altogether, so that's 17 add 9 is 26. So if I've got 36 male students altogether, then that must be 9 male students that play tennis. 10 students play tennis altogether, 9 of them are male. 1 of them must be female, and just to check, 21 add 23 add 1 does equal 45. Expand and simplify, should remember this quite well because we've recently done it. So first of all we do x times x, then we do x times -9, then we'll do 2 times x, and finally we do 2 times -9. These two simplify together, so we end up with x squared, -9x, add another 2x is -7x, and -18 on the end. Moving down to this question here, the area of the circle. So this is where we need to remember the formula. Pi r squared sounds like area to me. Now we haven't been given the radius, we've been given the diameter. So if we've got the diameter, we need to first of all work out what the radius would be. Radius is half of the diameter, which is 3 centimetres. So I need to do pi times 3 squared. Grab yourself a calculator. And on your calculator do pi times 3 squared gives me 9 pi. Not particularly useful in this scenario, so I'm going to use the SROD button to give me 28.27, which is 28.3 to 1 decimal place. 90 is a product of prime factors, so we draw ourselves a factor tree. 90 can be written as 2 times 45. 2 is a prime number. 45 is 3 times 15. 3 is a prime number. 15 is 3 times 5. 3 and 5 are both prime numbers. So I can write 90 equals 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. In a GCSE, that would give me 1, maybe 2 marks. To get my final mark, which would usually be third mark, I need to use powers. So I've got 1, 2, I've got 2 3s, so I'm going to write 3 squared, and I've only got 1 5. 2 times 3 squared times 5. Calculating the mean from a table. Another thing to remember here is that these are the categories, and these are the people. I'm going to say people. Obviously, it might not be people, it might be the length of things or the weight of things, whatever, but it's easy just to say people. Frequency is the correct term. So calculate the mean. So category 1 is used 4 times. So the total of that category is 4. Category 2 happens 8 times. The total of that category is 16. Category 3 happens 14 times, which is 42. Category 4 happens 13 times, which is 52. Category 5 happens 11 times, giving me 55. I then get a new sticky pad for my light. And maybe jump. I then add up my totals here. So 4 add 16 is 20, add 42 is 62, 114, 169. Okay. And then I add up the number of people, or the total frequency, more correctly. 4 add 8 is 12, add 14 is 26, add 13 is 39, add 11 is 50. And then I do 169 divided by 50. Again, that would be a calculator question. 169 divided by 50, giving me, again, fractions not particularly useful, 3.38, much more useful. Where it says here the modal value, not the model value, the modal value, we know what a mode is, it's the most common. We're not talking about the most common frequency, we're talking about the most common category. So which of these categories has got the most people in it? The biggest number of people is 14, and the category is 3. So the modal value is not 14, it is 3. A hiker walks for 1 hour 30 minutes and covers a distance of 6 miles. Calculate the average speed. If you have a calculator, you can do this in the following way. You know that speed equals distance divided by time. The distance is 6, the time is 1.5. If you don't have a calculator, you can say, okay, 1.5 hours is 6 miles, which means that half an hour would be a third of that, because I've divided by 3. Would be 2 miles, which means that 1 hour would be double that, 4 miles. So in 1 hour, gone 4 miles per hour. If you used a calculator, you get the same thing. 6 divided by 1.5 is 4, and don't forget your units, mph. That would be our answer. Don't just write 4 miles, because that's the distance travelled, not the speed. Make sure you answer the question ever asked. Okay, hopefully that has helped.